up everyone, my name is Jack Southall, back again with another review, my first pay-per-view review for 2016, and that is the WWE Royal Rumble 2016. Holy shit, was that a show or what, man? Fucking fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and I'm happy the WWE finally delivered. They finally put on a good Royal Rumble for us. The last two Royal Rumbles were just god-awful. I think we can all say that. Batista winning in 2014 was shit. Bloody Roman Reigns winning last year was a disaster. But this year, we finally got a cracker of a show. And let's not waste any time. Let's get straight into it. So, in our pre-show match, we had a fatal four-way match. Dudley Boyz, the Ascension, Darren Young and Damien Sandow. Sandow got a huge pop from the crowd here in Orlando, Florida, and I believe Mark Henry and Jack Swagger. Didn't really pay attention too much for this match. It was, it's a match that happened, but Mark Henry and Jack Swagger ended up winning, which I was surprised. I thought the Dudley Boyz were going to win, but I honestly didn't give a shit. Mark Henry and Swagger win, sick. Now we get to the actual show. So we opened up the show with a cracker of a match between Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship, and this was a last man standing match, and boy oh boy did these two give it their all in this match. So I believe at the start, was it Dean or Kevin? I think it was Kevin Owens that threw Dean Ambrose into the announcer's booth and pretty much took out Michael Cole. Poor bastard. But then they were fighting for a bit, and then Dean Ambrose got his cane out and just kicked the shit out of him with it. And then they did the spot where they go into the little timekeepers area, and they have that barricade set up. Cannonball into the barricade, which is absolute brutality there. We get a... they set up the chairs like normally. They're like 4 chairs set up next to each other, and Dean Ambrose or Kevin Owens, I forgot which one. I think it might have been Dean Ambrose. They did a back body drop onto the chairs, which looked that looked pretty bad. And then he kept pushing Dean Ambrose into the side of the edge of the ring, which seems to be his obsession for some reason. Like, because he's done it to Sami Zayn all the time, then he chucked him into the bloody steps. And there was one bit where I believe he was setting up like double tables or whatever, and they were going up for a bit, and then Ambrose like got off the top rope, and Owens was there, and he just chucked a chair in his face, and it just stayed there for a bit, and he just punched him in the face. It looked funny as shit. And then there was a bunch of chairs set up, and he did the dirty deeds on the chair. Then there was... because they did all the whole last man standing shit. Owens was down for a bit, and it was like 8. He rolled out of the ring and used the edge of the ring to stand up, which I thought was very clever. And Ambrose did this whole crazy elbow through the table thing that he seems to do in matches. And then I believe Kevin Owens does like some sort of fisherman suplex kind of thing, and he drives Ambrose through the table, then hits the pop-up powerbomb, and then Ambrose is just able to stand up. And then at the end, Owens gets put through 2 tables from the top rope, and he's pretty much done there. And Dean Ambrose is still the Intercontinental Champion, so a fantastic way to start off the show. Just great stuff. You know, these two guys went at it. They had the best match they could in a PG environment, and it was just great. It really was. So then we get to our next match for the WWE Tag Team Championships, the New Day versus the Usos. So Kofi and Big E are there to defend the titles tonight, which seems to be what they usually do. And they talk about Francesca, the trombone, and they wanted a minute of silence. Then after the minute of they didn't get one, but instead Xavier Woods comes out with a new trombone, which is Francesca 2, and they're shaking their booties and they're having a good time, and they're all gold everything, so suck it Eva Marie with your all red everything shit. And then Usos came out and they got booed. And pretty damn good tag team match, I will say. Xavier did a spinning DDT off the barricade, which was pretty cool. There was a bit where the crowd wanted Xavier Woods to play the new trombone, Francesca 2, but he said, nah, screw he is, and I thought, good. make the fans want to boo you. So good stuff there. And then I believe during the end of the match, I think it was Jey Uso, he jumped in the ring, but jumped off the top rope, but Big E catched him and hit the big ending. Really cool. And that New Day retains their titles. So a pretty good tag team match from these two. I'm excited to see where they go with the New Day. So we get a Wyatt's promo right after that. There were so many ads in this pay-per-view though, Jesus Christ. But after that we get Alberto Del Rio versus Kalisto for the United States Championship. And this was another great match between these two guys. So get a spinning DDT from the second rope or whatever, which was pretty cool. And then Alberto Del Rio went onto the top rope and did like a kind of reverse sort of DDT. He kind of like flipped him over a bit on the top, which was really awesome. And there was this really nasty botch. I think I don't know if Kalisto went for some like flying move, but he ended up like having he landed on his head and Del Rio fell on him. It was really bad. But how this match ended, but then Kalisto does the Salida del Sol on Alberto Del Rio, but goes for the pin, but he ends up grabbing the ropes. And later on in the match, you know, Alberto does his foot stomp thing, just playing up to the crowd. And then Kalisto finally hits the Salida del Sol and wins back his United States Championship. Awesome stuff. I'm so happy for Kalisto that he finally got his US title back after that bullshit on Raw, only to lose it to Del Rio on SmackDown, which was just fucking stupid. But anyway, great to see Kalisto as now a 2-time United States champion, so really awesome to see. Congrats, Kalisto. Let's see what you can do in the future. Then we got some ads for some new WWE Network shows, like we saw Camp WWE, the Long Ride or whatever it's called, which is pretty much superstars having conversations in a car. And we had the Edge and Christian show, which is like kind of like a comedy skit show, whatever, that's going to debut after Fastlane, which looks hilarious. So I hope it's really good. And after that, we got Becky Lynch versus Charlotte for the Divas Championship. Also, great match between these two. They showed a really good promo package about the build-up, and this is easily the best built-up match on this whole show. Definitely, because of course Charlotte turned her back on Becky, and then Becky ended up, you know, convincing Ric Flair to put her title on the line at Royal Rumble. So yeah, very good stuff here. I was definitely cheering for Becky Lynch this match. One weird, disgusting thing was that Ric Flair, that fucking perverted old freak, had the nerve to go up to Becky Lynch and kiss her. I mean, what a disgusting display. First of all, Rick, I'm supposed to make out with Becky Lynch, not you, you pervy old freak. So stay away from her, you fucking disgusting human beings. But besides all that, Rick, I still love you. Anyway, Charlotte hit a spear during the match, and how this ended was a bit weird. So I believe Becky Lynch had the disarmer on, I think that's what it's called, and then Ric Flair just threw his jacket into the ring to distract Becky, and I'm like, that was friggin' weird. And then Becky gets all distracted, and that's what causes her to lose to Charlotte, and Charlotte retains the Divas title. But then Sasha Banks comes out after the match, after Charlotte was beating down Becky Lynch. Sasha Banks kicks Becky Lynch out of the ring, and it looks like Charlotte and Sasha are going to reunite, because for those of you who don't know, Sasha and Charlotte used to be in a stable on NXT. They used to be good friends, but instead we got Sasha Banks. It looks like Charlotte's going to leave the ring, but right at the last minute, Sasha Banks goes for the bank statement. She makes a tap out, and I believe this is a face turn for Sasha Banks, I'm pretty sure. So she's no longer with Naomi and Tamina, I'm guessing. They've kind of went our separate ways, thank God. So it looks like we may get a triple threat match at WrestleMania between Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. I am all for that. I think those three girls could fucking tear it up on the Showcase of the Immortals, so that'd be sick. And then we get to the Royal Rumble match. Oh boy, what a match it was. We get Roman Reigns entering first in this match, and then Rusev came out at number 2, which was which was fair because that was who Roman Reigns eliminated in last year's Rumble in order for him to win. So they start out and Rusev immediately gets chucked out. And then at number 3, AJ Styles comes out and I lose my shit, man. Like, oh my god. AJ Styles finally arrived. I'm just, oh my god, just freaking out. Oh, it was fantastic. So AJ Styles comes in and, you know, he kicks ass. And then number 4 is Tyler Breeze and he gets eliminated straight away. Curtis Axel has a bit of a crack at it at number 5, but he gets eliminated. At number 6, Chris Jericho comes out and he lasts a long time in this match. Like, he ended up being one of the final 6 participants. Like, holy shit, he was in there for a long time. And then at number 7, Kane came out and he was a right reception. And Goldust came out number 8, sick. Number 9, Ryback came out, and I think Ryback did like a back body drop or whatever to AJ Styles, I believe it was, and he fucking did the biggest flip I've ever seen when someone like picks him up and chucks him over his head. That was fucking insane. The height he got was absolutely nuts. And then we get number 10, which is Kofi Kingston representing the New Day, and he does his crazy spot, which is he gets out of the ring by some dude, and he ends up getting on Big E's shoulders, and he ends up going around in a circle for a bit, which was pretty cool. But he got eliminated by Jericho during the match. Number 11 was Titus O'Neil. He comes out. Number 12 was R-Truth. Number 13 was Luke Harper, the first of the White family. Number 14, Stardust comes out. And then at number 15, The Big Show comes out. And he eliminates Titus O'Neil and Ryback during this match. Number 16, Neville. He did a lot of cool stuff in this. Number 17 was Braun Strowman. He was a big part of this match, definitely. And he eliminated a couple of people. I'm just reading. He eliminated Kane and some other people I'll mention later on. Number 18 was Kevin Owens, and he was pretty cool in this. He ended up eliminating AJ Styles from the match. That got massive heat. I thought that was perfect. If they would have had Roman Reigns do this, he would have gotten booed out of the building. Speaking of Roman Reigns, I think he got the League of Nations pulled him out at some point during the match and beat the shit out of him. Mr. McMahon was like, yeah, you beat his ass, damn it. And then Rusev, after he got eliminated because Sheamus and Del Rio helped him out, he ran across all the announce tables and slammed Roman through one of them, and then he ended up going to the back, and I'm like, he's going to come out in a few minutes, you just wait. After that, Dean Ambrose comes out, and he's a pretty big player in this as well. But at number 20, Sami Zayn comes out. We knew he was in NXT. He returned like a few weeks ago in NXT, but now he's out on the main roster, and Kevin Owens is just, oh shit. And they just have a fucking brawl, and it's awesome, man. And Kevin Owens ends up getting eliminated, so I can definitely see a match between those two at Mania. It should be fucking awesome. But after that was Eric Rowan, and Mark Henry came out, and then the White family just eliminates Mark Henry. Strowman eliminates Sami Zayn right after that, and it looks like the White family's like standing strong. But at number 23, Brock Lesnar comes out, and he makes his presence felt. He ends up eliminating Eric Rowan, and then Jack Swagger comes out and he ends up eliminating him. And then he eliminates Luke Harper, and he's just on a rampage, Suplex City. He ends up eliminating Braun Strowman, and I believe while he's doing this, The Miz came out, and he was trying to get into the ring, but he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna, and he just stayed on commentary for a bit. Number 26 was Alberto Del Rio. He came out for a bit. Bray Wyatt came out number 27. And then after that kind of stuff, Brock Lesnar ends up getting eliminated by Strowman, Harper, and Rowan. they end up just eliminating him, and they stayed in the Rumble for a bit. So, yeah, when Bray Wyatt came out number 27, then Dolph Ziggler came out number 28, and, who else gets eliminated? And then, right, like, Sheamus comes out at number 29 or whatever, and I think Roman Reigns came in and Superman punched him, and he returns after getting kicked out for a little bit, and he ends up eliminating The Miz when he comes back in. He eliminates Del Rio and all that, and he's just on a rampage, it looks like. And then number 30, the game, Triple H comes out. We had a feeling he was going to be in the Royal Rumble match, and he ended up doing it, and he ended up being in the final 6 with like Sheamus, Ziggler, Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. So yeah, that was like your final 6 or 7 people that was in the match. And then yeah, Reigns eliminates Miz and Del Rio, and then Ziggler gets eliminated by Triple H. Yeah, Bray Wyatt and Triple H had a little bit of a stare down during this kind of bit, and he threw him out. And then Chris Jericho finally gets eliminated by Dean Ambrose. He was in another one. Like I said before, he was in that match for fucking ages. So it's down to Sheamus, Triple H, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns, and it's pretty much a tag team match at this point. Sheamus ends up getting eliminated by Ambrose and Reigns, but then Triple H then eliminates Roman Reigns from the match, and it's down to Triple H and Dean Ambrose, and I'm just like, shit, like Dean Ambrose could win this match, and I'm almost thinking, oh, are they going to do Dean and Roman at WrestleMania? Like, holy shit. And I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, but it ends up being Triple H eliminates Dean Ambrose, and he is your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Holy shit. Absolutely incredible match. From all the 2 disappointing Royal Rumbles we got in the previous years, this was fantastic. The McMahons come out to help celebrate with Triple H, and that's how we end the show. So, incredible pay-per-view in my opinion. Match of the night, you know what, Royal Rumble match, I marked out hard for it, and it was just a fantastic match overall. It wasn't too, it's like, I wasn't like, holy shit, yay for the winner, but I wasn't like complete hatred like it was for Roman and Batista the last few years, so I was like, yeah, whatever, for Triple H. It's obviously going to do Roman Reigns versus Triple H at WrestleMania, which I'm fine with. I'm hoping those two have a great match, which I think they can. And yeah, so this set up a lot of possible matches for WrestleMania. It should be awesome. So that was my match of the night. What I'm going to give this pay-per-view, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. I thought it was a fucking awesome show. Fantastic stuff all around. And, all the matches were just top-notch. And, yeah, I just thought it was a great show overall. And yeah, I'm just going to wrap it up here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like if you did. Comment down below what you thought of the Royal Rumble. Was it good? Was it bad? Tell me. If you want to see more from me, hit the subscribe button. You'll be glad you did. Got lots of gameplays and more wrestling reviews to come. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, is at JackamanLol31. Thank you so much for watching, and I am out in 3, 2, 1.